You're already in the trade, right? My chair keep on this rug. All right, I'm sorry. If you're already in the trade, right, you won't miss the trade. What do you mean by that, Chris? Basically, what I mean is if you're actually in a particular trade and you're trading, when I keep kind of throwing this out there, I keep basically saying it, listen, when you're swing trading, it can be for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. You're going to be in these particular trades. And when it comes to you, and now when it happens, you're already there. Okay, I remember Miss Janelle when she was in that Microsoft. She's in that Microsoft swing play, and when she's in that Microsoft swing play, she was in a long term, maybe like a 6, 7, 8 month contract, and the news came out about Microsoft did something. I think it was with ChatGPT. Something happened with Microsoft, right? Next thing you know, boom, took off. It took off like it 143 or something, right? Now, if you were not in the trade, you missed that move. But she got all of the move. Why? Because she was actually in the trade. She didn't have to sit there and say, okay, I see it's going up. Let me sit back and wait for this particular opportunity. No, she was in the trade. Why? Why was she in the trade? She was in the trade because she was in a long-term call position, but she did her research on the higher time frames and saw that, hey, Microsoft is at a good place right now as far as technical. It's at a good place. It's at a perfect buying opportunity. She bought in. Boom. Once she bought in, what happened after she bought in? The market went up. One day the market went up. Boom, she made money off of it.
Quick
Because
question, Chris.
go ahead.
So, should you wait until you see that the move is that the downward move is over, or you just jump in while it's free falling?
So let's talk about that. That's a great question. So is that question from
No. So this when you looking on higher time frames, if you
oh,
see
got you.
that the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA is still going down, do you get in?
Now you got to ask yourself, are you coming to? Are you coming to a strong level? So you're looking at the 9 EMA and the 21 that's going down. So boom, we in a current downward trend, right? But then you want to ask yourself, while we're coming to this downward trend, where are we coming to? Are we coming to a demand zone? Are we coming to a strong level of support? And if you're coming to a demand zone, now it's time to say, okay, we're coming into a demand zone. What happened the last time we was in this demand zone? You understand what happened the last time you was in that demand zone? After that, now you say, okay, where am I going? If I say, hey, I believe this demand zone, the 4 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, whatever it may be, I believe the stock is going to bounce out of this demand zone and potentially go back up. Now the next thing is you know where you know the zone you want to enter in it, but you got to ask yourself, where in this zone do I want to enter it now? Okay, so you got to
So
ask.
you still should wait till the move is still going over and still not
Yes.
going down.
Yes.
Correct.
You wanna wait till that stock comes into the place you want it to come to. So if it's like falling down right now, I'm not gonna jump in while it's falling down. What I'm going to do is this: if it's falling down and it comes into that demand zone, now I'm going to jump in at a particular area in that demand zone, either at the A level, the B level, or the C level. Makes
Gotcha.
makes sense. And then if you jump into that A level, you know your stop loss. That's the best place to get in at that A level. You can set your stop loss right down there. If you jump in at that B level, boom, that's the middle of the area. Jump into that C level, that's the top of the area, right? So you want to, if it's like the first time that it's coming to that, or the second time it's coming to that demand zone, you want to at least jump in no later than that B level. I mean, no earlier than that B level. Okay. No earlier than that B level. That second time it comes in there, because that first time it started at A, so the possibility it could go back to A, but that B level is that level where you say, okay, let me get in, let me put a stop loss under A, and let me go ahead and accept the loss. If it's going to be a loss, go ahead and accept the loss, right? If you accept the loss, you're not trading with fear. Okay, that's a great question, Greg. Great question. 1 second. All right, and also everybody, today we know today is the first day of the FOMC meeting. All right, today is the first day of the FOMC meeting, and as you already know, we've been running. We had a nice, been having a nice little run over the past ever since January January 17th. Been having a nice push up. Okay, and what do I always tell people? I always tell you guys when you want to see a potential run about to happen, what's one of the candlesticks you should be looking for on a 1 hour time frame?
Dojis.
Doji, yep, that's one. Good Doji. What else? What's another one? If it's there you go. And look right here. Look right here. If we go back to right here on January 15th, we have this bullish 1 hour time frame candlestick, right? And then we eventually have the 9 EMA cross over that 21 EMA. And as you can see right here, we go crazy. Okay? Went crazy. And you guys see my screen, right?
Yes.
How was the lesson yesterday with Davon?
It was great. It was great.
Yeah,
That's
great.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was real fast.
That's good. So what did y'all prepare to look for today?
High highs, high lows, break of structure.
Well, he said this spot, if it kept on rallying and overnight, that it couldn't expect it to go up. But if it pulled back and hit that zone that he had created, he was probably gonna expect it to do something in the internal range before anything goes.
Which stock you guys looking at? SPY, breaking down SPY.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the range?
I actually didn't get the range down quite right because he pulled it up on a different stock. I forgot which one, but maybe one of the others. I got it.
Okay. Got you. Remember that prep, like for example, when you go and the thing about it, when you go over them charts that previous night, you want to stay true to your charts. You want to stay true to whatever if that chart says whatever you thought it was going to say, or you told it, or you mapped it out and did all the technical analysis. Stay true to your charts. Don't start jumping around the next day and say, okay, you're looking at something totally different. If you stay true to exactly what you think is possibly going to happen, stay true to it. Don't change it. 1 second, everybody. All right, 1 second. We're going to break down. Anybody had the pivots and all that good stuff? All right. Okay. Put this over here. I'm just getting everything on my end square like I want it to be. Jokes come out at 10, Dwayne. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's going to be a good 10 o'clock. Interesting 10 o'clock. All right. So anybody have the pivots for me? Well, I got to go draw these things. I gotta go draw. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I got him first.
I knew Billy had it. I'll just wait for him. To say he had it. I knew he had it. Hold on 1 second. Let me
your pivot point?
1 second. Let me get to a different time frame. Boom. 1 second. Billy, give me a second. All right, there we go.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Your pivot point is 489.95.
489.95. Okay.
Your resistant one is 492.74.
Okay.
Excuse me. Resistant 2 is 494.20.
Okay.
And your support one is 488.49.
Okay.
And your support two is 485.70.
485.70.
Yes.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. All right. I'm gonna put my middle one. Make this a different color. All right. Okay, so right now, if we're looking at SPY right now, we do see that we're at our pivot. So we're at our pivot right now on SPY. And let's kind of break down what happened overnight. So yesterday we had this big push up right here at what time it was, like 3 o'clock. It was a crazy push up. Anybody grabbed any of that money yesterday at 3 o'clock in that push up? That was a huge push up yesterday around 3. So it pushed up right here. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, Chris, we made like 175.
Oh, I saw you did that quick scout.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I was at the DMV. I ain't had my stop loss and all that. Like, but man, the contract.
Your phone went out, Ty. Say it again.
I say the contract. When I got the contract, it was $1.35. When I closed out, it was at like $3.10. And Keisha kept looking at the contract. The contract went all the way to $17.
God, man, that was crazy.
Crazy yesterday.
Yeah, that was crazy, and it came and it looked like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And that was crazy. Congratulations on that, though. Definitely, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I was speaking up, talking about earlier, everybody. So, say for example, right, if you're already in the trade, because you looking at your technicals, you see that we're in an upward trend, all of that good stuff. If you're already in the trade, everybody, you don't have to get into a trade when that happens. The way that contract went from $1 to $17, you're already in the trade, so you get into that trade and you good to go. You're sitting there just watching it ride now. Granted, you can get out and take some profit, but you're already there. You're not chasing it. So that's why I tell people. That's always why I'm telling you guys. Listen, you want to make sure. We are yes, Miss G, definitely got you. Definitely. I think it was a computer issue. So sorry about that. Yeah, volume went crazy, Jay Belton. So when you're in the trade, you're already gaining that particular those funds from that push up, right? And if it push down, if you're in push, you're gonna get the money because you're doing a push. It's going down because you're already saying, hey, I'm in a contract for 3 to 4 weeks. Right? I personally believe swing trading will grant you more money than day trading. Okay? Swing trading will grant you more funds than day trading. Day trading just sounds more attractive because you feel like you're making money every day. But you fail to realize swing trading, you're making money every day as well. But swing trading is better when you're in a trend, right? If you're not trending, swing trade is not best for you. That's why I always tell you, identify if we're in a trend or not. If we're in a trend, boom, that's the opportunity for you to start doing some swing trades. If you're not in a trend, that's the opportunity for you to do what? That's the opportunity for you to day trade, play off the highs, go to the low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, until we do what? Break out. But when we break out, that's when we want to say, okay, let me buy a far out contract. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because my internet is connecting and reconnecting. Because you see right here on my Thinkorswim it says connecting right now. Yeah. Not sure why it's doing that.
Oh, Chris, can I ask a question though?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so with swing trading, that's not my strongest suit. So I'm still trying to find ways to identify like when should I swing trade? Like I know I'm going to be looking at the higher time frames, but I kind of still don't know what to identify when I'm looking at it to determine to get in on the swing.
Yep. So think. I don't know why my Thinkorswim is connecting, but think about this for example, right? So when we're thinking about swing trades, right, and we're looking at the higher time frame, if you're saying, hey, I'm going to swing trade for about, I want to swing trade for about maybe possibly 2 week, 3 week swing trade, right? Or maybe even, I ain't even say 2-3 weeks, maybe like a 3 or 4 or 5 day swing trade. You want to focusing on that 1 hour time frame. Okay. You want to see what is the 1 hour time frame telling me? Are we at a demand zone or a supply zone? Are we at have a decision making time or do we have a decision making time or do we not have a decision making time? Are we far away from the owner? Are we close to the owner? You want to understand the story that 1 hour time frame is telling you. Let me refresh my screen on. I don't know what's going on with my Thinkorswim, but let me refresh this right quick. Let me shut it down and boot it back up. So you want to focus heavily on that time frame, right? And then if you say, hey, I'm possibly want to go a little bit longer, then you want to start looking at the 4 hour time frame and the 1 year, 1 day time frame and start focusing in on those particular areas. Okay? Because what it's going to do is that 1 hour time frame is going to tell you a story of where the market is going to go over the next couple of days potentially. Especially if we have a breakout and we have a breakout to the upside or the downside. So it's just small things like that you want to start focusing on. Also, you want to start looking at if you want to do more long term, look at the 1 year, 1 day, look at the 4 hour time frame, see what the setup is, see where the candlesticks is, see what the price action is looking like. Because sometimes if we're just strictly looking at that 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, hour time frame, it seems like the stock is going up and then it's running, then it's going down and running. But then you go to the 1 year, 1 day, the only thing the stock's been doing for the past 5, 6, 7 days is consolidating the same row. Right. And once you see that, now you know we've been consolidating for 6 days. What's coming up next? Either a break to the upside or a break to the downside.
So how risky is it to be in a swing trade when the FOMC meeting is about to come up?
Oh man, it's horrible. Okay, it's horrible. Okay. Right? It's real. So put like this. It's good if you go to right. It's amazing. Amazing, and it's the most beautiful thing in the world if you're on the right side of it. But if you're on the wrong side of it, it's like, man, got to be more careful, right? So yeah. So I try not to be in swing trades, short swing trades during FOMC, right? That's short swing trades. But long-term swing trades, yeah, I'm all for it. All for it. I'll definitely be in it. So that line, that one broke. And this one right here. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. All right. So take a look right here. 1 hour time frame, right? 1 hour time frame, we have a trend line on the 1 hour, upward trend line on the 1 hour time frame. So it started.
Can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen? Sorry about that. Boom, boom, boom. And Bill, I might need you to tell me where that 65 on the 65 bit on the thingamajigs as well. Okay. Yep. So right here. Yep. Go ahead.
Real quick, have you been in this thing? Have you been in a swing on the upward trend?
No, I haven't. I haven't been on this swing in the upward trend. Honestly, it didn't. Put like this, it didn't do anything major until yesterday. Because if we go back right here until on the 24th, we see that it started on the 17th, but then it kind of consolidated right here on the 24th. Chop, chop, chop. It's kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. And then yesterday it took off. Right here it took off. But what I want to show you is this. It started right here, this trend. Up, came back down to this trend line. Up, came back down to this trend line. Up, came back down to this trend line. Boom, 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 boom. At the trend line, boom, take off and go crazy. Take off and go crazy, right? And everybody, let me ask this question. What did we say 3, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago? Where was SPY going? Where's SPY at? 491. Is that not amazing though? It's amazing, right? That SPY was at like what 409 in October. Now it's at 500 almost. 491. And remember, we sat there, we was like, listen, it's gonna be crazy when you look back and be like, man, it was just at 409, now it's at 501. It's a beautiful move, beautiful move. All right, so let's take a look what's going on right now. All right, so right now, what do we have? So right now, right here, we have on the 1 hour time frame. Check this out, everybody. What's happening right now on the 1 hour time frame? Take a look at the big picture. On the 1 hour time frame, yesterday, we had this strong, powerful move up yesterday, a $3 candlestick on that 1 hour time frame, right? So what we know right now is this. We need to break above this level right here. This is a level we need to break above as well, right? But also we understand right here is our pivot. Okay, this is our pivot point. And this is the 50%, roughly almost the 50% mark of this pivot point of this level right, of this candlestick right here. If we break beneath this pivot, we'll probably go back down here. Not pivot, but this R1. If we break, no, this is a pivot, yeah. If we break beneath the pivot right here, we'll probably shoot down here to this R1 and go test this trend line down there. Okay, and go test this trend line right here. Okay, but if we keep moving forward, we want to see a break of this high right here, this 491.66 going up into this R2. All right, remember we are at all-time highs. Okay, when we're at all-time highs, what does that mean? That means with all-time highs, we don't have that great of an idea where we're going to go to because we don't have any historical data. All right, we do not have any historical data. But what we do have, we can say, okay, we know that SPY can run about $5, $6, $7, $8 from time to time. That's a max place we can go. So we do know 500 is definitely possible over the next 2 days if it continues to go up. That's if, big if, right? Big if it continues to go up. But right now, since we're trading this and we don't have an idea of what's could potentially happen in the future, what we're looking at is we're looking at pivot points as places to get in, get out. Okay, we're looking at that's the main thing we're looking at is pivot points, get in and get out. But we do understand that SPY can run a $3 to $5. So we're looking at that 495 area as an area of potential rejection if it pushes back up. Okay. So the first pivot is basically 493. The next pivot is basically 494. So playing about every dollar right there with the pivots. Okay. To the downside, we do have, I think we have a 1 hour demand zone at that 487 level. Okay. A 1 hour demand zone right around here, that 487 level, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Yeah. 487.16 to 485.92. So 487.16. No. All right, let's see. I think we're back. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Something's going crazy. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it. Let's see. I have no idea what's going on with my internet right now. 1 second. It keeps kicking me off. All right. Okay, we should be back good now. What in the world? Okay. I think we're back at it wherever we was at. Let's go. Okay. I think we're good now. All right. Hopefully we're good. Okay, so I don't even know what I was left off what I was saying. I completely forgot what I was saying just now. Anybody remember what I was talking about before I blanked out? I have no idea.
You're going over spy.
Chris.
Okay, here we go. What's going on, Joseph? How you doing?
Hey, Chris. Man.
All right, here we go. All right, let me pull it back up. Spy. All right, there we go. The spy. Get everything back going. Okay, here we go. All right. So, yes, demand zone. So we have a demand zone down here around this 487 level, okay? So right now at 10 o'clock, okay, 10 o'clock already happened, and the JOLTS data came out for job openings. And as you can see, the market is reacting a tad bit negative, nothing major though. Okay, there we go. So you see right here, it's kind of reacting a little bit negative to it. Remember, we definitely want to get past this area right here. I'm gonna put a small little zone right around this area here. Small little area. This represents the high. Just for my own personal knowledge. Okay. Charts. Also, you can see right here. I got my 1 hour time frame right here. Got my 1 hour time frame. And I have my 15-minute time frame right here. Okay. Anything y'all looking at right now? Any plays, any stocks, any plays you guys looking at right now? Let me take a look at Meta. Did anybody play Netflix earnings? Anybody do Netflix earnings?
No, I didn't. I did on paper trade. Made 30K.
Man, beautiful, right?
No, I'm lying. I did Tesla. I did a put on Tesla. I'm sorry. I made 30K on the put on Tesla.
Okay, yeah, Tesla or Netflix, anybody?
But I didn't do Netflix. I'm gonna do Microsoft, AMD, and Google on paper today though.
Okay, got it.
I'm trying to do all them on real money today.
Man.
I did Tesla and I made a little money, but because it was real money, I did a
Far out Delta.
yeah, and so I didn't make that much because I only did one contract and had a low delta. So, but it was a win.
Yep, a win is a win. Good stuff. Good stuff. Like I say, when it comes to earning plays, there's no type of strategy. It's really just put a couple dollars in there and you wake up to a couple dollars potentially, or you're gonna lose it, right? So it's definitely no strategy with it. Take a look at Meta. I'm really, like I told everybody, I'm really bullish on Meta for all of 2024. Very, very bullish on Meta for 2024. It's definitely over bought though. I tell you that much. That RSI down there. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let's see what QQQ is doing. QQQ is actually boom, boom. QQ Tech is falling today. QQQ is actually falling. 15-minute time frame. On the 15-minute time frame, QQQ has crossed over the 9 EMA. Crossed over the 9 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Let me go to the 1 hour time frame, see if I can see it there as well. Yes, I can. We have a downward trend forming on QQQ. Okay, got a nice downward trend forming, a 1 hour downward trend on QQQ. That's something to keep an eye on. QQQ has been leading the way. Tech has definitely been leading the way over the past this past week or so, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see how QQQ plays out. If QQQ starts to fall, we will eventually see SPY starting to fall as well. Okay, QQQ falls, we should start seeing SPY falling. All right, right now the VIX. The VIX had the VIX. The VIX is kind of consolidating down here. The VIX at a nice little level of support right now. potential if the VIX, if the VIX goes down, we will see SPY go up. If the VIX goes up, we will see SPY goes down. SPY go down. Miss Young, you can go on to the other link with JT. Where, I mean, if you want to stay here, you can stay here, Miss Young. But if you want to have that more intimate one-on-one session, you can go to join that link with JT, Miss Teresa.
You kicking me out?
No, no, you can stay. You can definitely stay if you want to. But JT she's on the other link trading with you all as well. So I want to make sure that you if you want to have that one-on-one time, ask more questions and all that, the intimacy, you can jump over there right quick.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so that's VIX. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. On the watch list over here, we got AMD down, Apple. Take a look at Apple. Apple briefly tried to push up, but it halted. Briefly tried to push up, but it definitely halted. But it's still holding strong on the 15-minute time frame. Apple is still above that 9 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, Apple's still above the 9 EMA. Meta above the 9 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Microsoft is beneath the 9 EMA. Boom, 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 boom. Amazon beneath 9 EMA. Okay, and right now with SPY is kind of sitting there right at the 9 EMA as well. Right around here at this pivot on the 15-minute time frame. Right here around this pivot on the 15-minute time frame. So right now, no plays are really standing out to me at this very moment. Nothing is really sticking out or standing out right now. But let's see how it plays out. I like how with the data, that Jolts data that came out, it wasn't too bad. Right? The Jolts data that came out, it wasn't too bad at all. It wasn't too bad at all. Or well, in other words, the market's not upset with the data that came out with the Jolts. You see how it plays out. So you look at the 5 minute. This is why I like having 3 screens up right here. You look at the 5 minute. Like I also have a screen up right here as well. You guys can't see it, but I got a screen up right there as well. Look at the 5 minute. The 5 minute shows that big boy red, and then we got a push right here, right? On the 15 minute, look how I look on the 15 minute, showing a bullish candlestick, and right here on the 1 hour, we're still showing a bullish candlestick as well. But we are showing a lot. We're right here. Look right here on the hour. We're showing a lot of this level is showing some resistance on that 1 hour time frame. Okay, this zone right here is showing some good resistance on this 1 hour time frame on SPY. So we definitely understand that we have to break through that level to get some motion going forward. Okay. So this little zone right here to break this high, this area, you see we hit it for an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Then we stayed underneath it, came back up to it, couldn't break it for 6 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. So right now we touched it about 6-7 hours, and we've been underneath it for a long time. Okay, we definitely could possibly see a push down. We want to see if it pushed down. We want to see a break of this pivot, or we could see it break through as well. It's definitely holding strong. definitely holding strong. And remember, we have our demand zone right down here at this 487 level. Okay, let's see. Nothing major right now. It's interesting though. It's concerning. Well, not necessarily concerning, but it's struggling to push up. It's definitely struggling to push up.
What do you think it's gonna do, Chris?
Right now, I'm not 100% sure. Right now, I don't have a take right now. Just to be honest,
You could go opposite.
it definitely could. Now, Bank of America been moving. Even though I don't trade Bank of America, but it's definitely been moving. Today, this morning, it's interesting. QQQ is still kind of holding down. It's definitely like it's some downward pressure. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely looks like some downward pressure. Definitely like some downward pressure.
Hey, Chris, do you got stock at Bank of America?
I do not. I do not. Somebody on YouTube just told me to take a look at Bank of America. JJ. Tesla. Now what is you said? Now what did you say on Tesla? I see what you're saying on Tesla. Yeah. Last time it was at this area right here. The last time Tesla was at this area, it went from 200 to 414. Not the last time because it went down there again, but it definitely pushed up. Definitely pushed up. Definitely pushed up. But as you can see, Tesla been making lower highs as it goes, right? If you go back right here to October 2021, 414 was the high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Then it broke down here. Then it started to go on an upward trend, higher low, boom, 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 came up to this level right here, this 300 level again, and then it's been falling down since. Lower high. So that's definitely interesting about Tesla. Lower high, lower high, lower high, and then we right here right now. So that's definitely interesting.
Do you think the move is over and it's about to go up?
Long term, I like Tesla. Long term,
I understand long term. I'm saying like right now, if you was to get in on swing, would you get in now or would you wait until you know that the move is over? The downward move is over.
Yeah, I would wait. I would wait a little bit on Tesla. The reason why I would wait a little bit on Tesla, if the market goes down, Tesla's gonna get hit hard. I think Tesla.
And what about the daily? The daily chart. Look how far.
Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, it's right now. It's coming back to that 9 EMA, right? Coming back to the 9. But so with Tesla right now, Tesla's at the beginning stages of bad news, in my personal opinion, right? So it does have some room to go back down. I think Tesla's going to be dormant for the
recording in progress.
I think Tesla will possibly be dormant for about a good 3 to 4 or 5 months. Just consolidation. It may hang around 200 to 180.
Muting, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps going out. Tesla may hang around that 200 to 180 area for the next few months. And then eventually we may see a strong upward move with Tesla. I would kind of probably stay away from it. I don't think it's going to be too much going on with Tesla. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be a lot going on with Tesla right now. I think people waiting for the cobwebs to clear and all that good stuff before they start making moves. And plus, I think if I'm not mistaken, during their earnings, they stated that they're going to potentially see a decrease in production over the next few months or so. So definitely something to keep an eye on. But long term, I mean, I definitely think, man, it's just long term. It's a great stock. Meta's trying to make some noise, but everything looked like it was trying to push up, but it's stopping. It's stopping. No consistency whatsoever in this push up right now. The market's really not giving us an indication of which way it's going at all. Apple. All right, this is how we're looking once again on 5 minute. Now, we are finding support though. Like Apple has definitely been sitting, not Apple, but SPY's definitely been sitting around this area right here for some good time, but it's struggling. It's definitely struggling. I would feel more comfortable if it was at the pivot point. If it was at the pivot point, consolidating on top of that pivot, I would feel more comfortable probably right now buying in on the call and and having a stop loss close to underneath my pivot. But since we're farther away from the pivot, that's basically telling us we have room to fall down to that pivot. We have some room to fall down to this level and then see how this level reacts to price action. As you can see, during the morning session, we came down to this level. We sat there for 5, 10, 15, 20, then took off, right? So it's a possibility we can come back down here and test that level.
Chris.
Yes, sir.
So once it hit that pivot, that's when you decide what you want to do.
Yep. So what I'm looking at right now with a potential play, I want to see what the price action looks like at that pivot. So what that means is I want to see when the price comes down to that pivot, are we going to hold that pivot? Like it's multiple things that can happen. We can come to this pivot, the purple line, and hold that level and kind of consolidate, and then we could possibly have a replicate. We can do what we did previously, run up from the pivot, go up to this 491.5, have a nice $1.50 move up, right? Or we can come to this pivot, hit the pivot, wick off of it, and start going right back up. Bounce off and go straight up. No time to sit there. The buyer's buying in immediately. And then what we can see is we can see a break of it and then come back and retest and start going back down. Okay, so I want to see what price action looks like when it gets to that pivot. I wouldn't jump in as soon as it gets to the pivot because right now the market's not giving us an indication of anything. If we go back all the way until we go back to yesterday at what, 5 o'clock? 3 o'clock. We've been in this same little zone from 491.66 to 490, so like $1.50 range for all these hours, almost 16, 17 hours. Now, since we've been in this range for 16, 17 hours, for the most part, we've been in almost a downward trend, but this push up right here kind of broke that downward trend, and now we're sitting right here. Right. Okay. So it's kind of right now it's really like there's no play. There's no play, in my personal opinion, that's worth taking right now. There's no play that I would invest my money in right now at all. Okay. Does anybody see anything else different as far as any other trades happening right now? Nothing on my watch list is screaming out anything either. Yep, nothing on the watch list is making any major noise. My whole watch list is red for the most part, but they're light red. It's not anything major. Who has earnings today anyway? Google has earnings today. Who else?
AMD and Microsoft.
Google, AMD, and Microsoft. Interesting.
And Boeing in the morning.
Oh, BA in the morning? Interesting.
That would be a put.
Oh, man. Listen, you never know. I tell you, you never know. You never know. I don't know if I'm...
Come out and say, we fixed all the doors.
Right. We fixed all the doors. You won't have no more door issues. Stop.
Come by these planes for the low.
Right. We giving everybody.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Stock price go crazy. Go sky high. All right. Struggling. It's a boring day in this market right here. Definitely a boring day.
Chris, you got a lot of people that's getting earnings today.
Other smaller companies?
Yeah, you got Pfizer, UPS, Starbucks, General Motors, Cisco.
That used to be my baby. I used to trade Cisco when I first started trading, I traded Cisco every single day. That's all I traded was Cisco. Cisco.
Hey, where are y'all finding the earnings at? Like, what website do y'all go to?
Well, it's two play. One of them is like, what is it? Whisper earnings, just like that. Earning Whisper or something. You can go there on Google. But right here on the watch list, you see all these circles right here.
Yeah.
The red circle, blue circle. The blue circle is the earnings. The red circle is the earning call. So anywhere where the blue circle means earning is coming up. Then it tells you the date.
I didn't know that. Thanks.
Yep. You do not sound like you just had a baby. You do not sound like you just had a baby at all. 3 days ago.
I gotta keep my mind sharp.
All right, let's go back to the charts. Now take a look at the picture that the 1 hour is saying, the 15 minutes is saying, and the 5 minutes is saying. Look at that picture on each one of them. The 1 hour is telling us, hey, we broke beneath 50% of this big boy green candlestick. That's a bearish sign, right? The 15-minute time frame is telling us, hey, we failed, we came down here, we pushed back up, we closed right here, and now we pushing down. The 5-minute is telling us what? Boom, we're going down. 15 minutes telling us the 9 EMA never crossed over and is trying to push back down. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. That means QQQ is probably dragging it down right now. Remember, we said QQQ could possibly drag it down. QQQ is definitely in a downward trend. But the thing about it is, it's in a downward trend, but it's subtle. It's very, 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 very subtle. It's very subtle. It's not a major push down. It's not a lot of volume going on with it right now. And when the stock is actually doing like that, where it slowly pushes down for a second, I'm not big on puts in that time frame when that happens. And the thing to remember is this. The number one thing is this. You do not have to make a trade every single day, everybody. You do not have to make a trade every single day. 11 o'clock when 11 o'clock comes in a trade, if I'm not in a trade, the good thing about it is we're currently in consolidation. And this is what we want. We want to see some consolidation. Out of consolidation becomes a what? A play. So we want to see a consolidation. We're right where we want to be at as far as consolidation. That's great. That's good. Right? So if during this consolidation, we don't want to force a trade. Like we don't want to force a trade during consolidation and a couple days later the play go crazy. But we forced the trade 2 days ago and we lost our money. And now with the breakout, we missed the breakout. We know tomorrow what happens tomorrow. We know tomorrow what's going to happen. What's going to happen tomorrow? Jerome Powell is going to come on at 2 o'clock tomorrow and have a conversation. Or 2, they're going to release the date at 2, and he's going to have a conversation at 2:30. We know that's happening tomorrow. This could be a reason why we're consolidating right now.
Yeah.
This could be a reason why the volume is not we don't have a great volume right now. Why there's not a lot going on.
I don't think it's gonna be nothing going on after you talk, Chris.
You don't think so?
Yeah. Not me. I don't think after you talk, I feel like we'll be able to get something. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, and if it does do something, I personally think it may go up and come right back down. Right? Go down, come right back up. Drive somebody crazy.
Yeah, a little teaser.
Exactly. But I'm definitely interested in seeing what he has to say tomorrow. I'll tell you that much. And just so you guys know, what we're looking to hear tomorrow is we want to see what day. We want to know what day do they plan on, or what month do they plan on raising. Not raising, but cutting rates, as well as after cutting rates, how many times do you think they're going to cut rates? How many times they're going to cut rates, and what? Sorry, I got to throw it off. How many times they're going to cut rates, and when they're going to start cutting rates. That's what I'm trying to say. So when and how many times they're going to cut rates. That's what we're looking to see.
Chris, I got a question. When you say something is biased, what do you mean, like that's when 3 time frames lining up?
So when you say something is biased, or if I say I'm biased, what you mean? Which one?
Well, like you're biased, or the time frame is biased. That means that you're lining up, or what do you mean by bias?
Yep. So when I say that I'm biased, I may say, okay, I'm biased and I believe that we're going to, I'm rocking with calls today. I think the market's going to go up. So basically I have a biased thought process on calls. So everything that I'm looking at is leaning towards calls, right? If I say I'm biased on puts, that means I'm leaning towards puts. But as far as the charts, I don't say that the charts are biased. I just state if the charts are lining up, they're lining up in a particular manner, right? That's what More so say.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Looking a little weak. It's looking weak, right? What it is, it do like a nice, it look like a push down is forming, and then next thing you know, boom, it push the chart start pushing back up, right? That's why I do believe we may have a hard fall down to this pivot point somewhere around this pivot, have a hard fall, and then we possibly would see a wick up, potentially see a wick up closer to this 11 o'clock time frame. Go within the next 30 minutes. And let's see, what I may do is this. Okay, well I'm going to I do want to see that hard fall down to that. I want to see that hard fall down to that pivot point. I want to see the hard fall to the pivot. I think if we get that, I believe if we get that hard fall to the pivot and we bounce off of it, if we bounce off of this pivot, I believe we're gonna go back up here and test this level right here, like a dollar move to the upside. Potential dollar move to the upside.
Yeah.
Check out SPX. Sitting on there, sitting on the dock of the bay. We're definitely oversold in that 1 hour time frame too. I'm going to put in a play, not getting into the play right now, but I'm going to put in a play today that come down here, boom, boom, boom. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Work.
How many weeks you went out, Chris?
Just went. I'm doing it. Went out 5 days. I'm sorry, 6 days. 6 days. 6 days. 6 days. This is on SPX though.
Yeah.
Why my system's running so slow? All right, there we go.
Are you doing Chris calls?
So I have my call position up. I'm probably about to bring in my bring in puts as well. But right now I have calls. So I'm looking. Basically, what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at getting on calls, entering in at this particular pivot point on SPX. So right around, if it drops down, right? If it doesn't drop down, I'm not gonna play it, right? But the pivot point right around at 419.15. Right around here, putting in a play right around here.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking at calls right around there. I got to find that area first. So come down here. So not 280. A little bit higher than 280. $3. Yep. Right around that $3 mark. Okay. So I'm coming here. Target. I want to set a 10% stop loss. All right. Come down here to $3 mark. I'm buying 10 contracts. So I will be buying 10 contracts. So what I got in right now, everybody, I'm a little bit off from where I want to be. So I'm going to go up a tad bit higher. That's fine. I'm leaving right here. So what I have is entry point right around this 49.14, and then I have a 10% stop loss. So I will be investing roughly around $3,000 to this trade with a 10% stop loss. So if I lose, I lose $300. Okay. And what I'm playing is on SPY. This is kind of refer to SPY. It's basically going to come down somewhere close to this pivot. To the 15-minute time frame. It'll basically come down somewhere close to this pivot right around here on SPY. Right around this area on SPY. And then I'm playing a 10% stop loss.
Okay, so on the spot, you waiting for it to get to the pivot.
Yep, I will wait. I'm actually a little bit lower than the pivot, but yes, to your point, waiting for it to. If I was playing SPY, yes, I'll be waiting for it to come to that pivot. Right at that pivot, that should be right around my entry point. Yep. And then I have a 10% stop loss. I mean, I'm not playing any games whatsoever. If it doesn't go to if it doesn't go in the right direction I want it to go to, I'm gonna be stopped out with a 10% loss. So that play right here is already set up.
Because I don't know if y'all aware in a 30-minute time frame. I don't know if you talked about it because I had you on mute. And then also I had to cut it off. I had to deal with a lot of stuff at work. But in a 30-minute, you got a decision-making time as well. 30-minute.
30-minute SPY?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Beautiful sitting right there. It's definitely struggling. So basically what I'm saying is right now is this. I'm saying, hey, the market is going to fall down some. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the market is going to fall down some. Okay? And I'm saying what I'm doing is I'm trying to catch the play off of the bounce, catch the play off of the support level, off the pivot point, and take it back up for a retest and then get out. This is not going to be a long trade by no means. If it goes in my direction, once it goes in my direction, if it goes in my direction, boom, I'm going to make a couple dollars. If it doesn't go in my direction, out like a light. Okay. And I'm looking for a dollar move off of the bounce, which will give me roughly around $1,000 profit. I have 10 contracts with and I have like a base. I have 100 delta roughly. That's what I would have. Or 1 delta, whatever you want to call it. And I have my stop loss set. So if I have my stop loss set, I've already accepted the risk. The risk is $300. I've already accepted losing $300 on this particular play. And risk management, you don't move that risk. You don't move your stop loss. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. All right.
Okay.
And it's definitely struggling though. But yeah, it's definitely decision making time in that 15-minute time frame. I mean, on the 30-minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame. Let's go look at that 1 hour as well. Let's see. 1 hour decision making time, 15 decision making time, the 5-minute decision making time as well. So what I want the stock to do, I want the stock to come back to me. 200 is support right now on QQQ. Check out QQQ right quick. Yep, 200 support. QQQ 15-minute time frame. 200 is definitely holding that support. 30-minute right around there as well. So yep.
So on SPY, it's decision making time. So you wait for the 9 to cross the 21, or you just waiting for it to hit the pivot first.
So it all depends on. Why did I do that? Yeah, no. I don't know why my charts just did that. Let me get rid of these. Okay. What? Anyway. Okay, so right here on the 15-minute time frame right here, decision making time, right? We're holding here right now with decision making time. Okay? So we know and we understand it's decision making time, and it's decision making time in between two strong areas. Okay? We got a strong level of support right here and a strong level of resistance right here. So we're inside of a box right here, basically, right? So if I take this away and make it look a little different for you, it look like this. This is kind of what we have going on right now. We have decision-making time inside of a box, right? So if it starts to break down, we know that it can come down some, but we do not enter, or we shouldn't, a high probability trade or setup, we don't enter on puts until we break this level right here, unless you scalping down to that level, okay? We know not to enter in on calls if we're playing strictly just calls, looking for it to go up until we break above this level right here, because we're inside of a box, right? If you're playing decision-making time, right? Right now, what I'm playing is I'm playing the bounce off of this pivot area. That's the play that I'm playing right now. So I'm not necessarily playing the decision-making time play. I'm playing the bounce off of this level right here, because we've been holding so much support right here. I'm expecting a quick push down right here and then a bounce off of this level. If I'm wrong and it pushes down here and it keeps going down, I will get stopped out with a $300 loss.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm covered. My bases are covered, but that's my thought process.
Okay. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Chris, when you said push down, then come back up, that wouldn't be like no liquidity grab, would it?
Yep, exactly what it'd be like. Exactly what it'd be, and that's exactly what I'm basically playing. Because you think about right now with the market. Where do you think a whole bunch of stop losses are currently sitting at right now? It's probably a lot of stop losses sitting somewhere right around here. Right? Stop losses just sitting right there. Boom, 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 boom. I believe.
Come stop them out, then take back off.
Take back off and try these highs right here. Not saying we're gonna break them, but we definitely gonna. The goal is definitely to try these, test those highs.
Yeah, that's what's up right there.
All right, here we go. Let's move on down there. Here we go. Just trying to come down. QQQ. It's definitely looking a little bearish, though. Definitely looking bearish. Meta stopped going up completely. The VIX should be going up right now. VIX is still going down. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm noticing Microsoft, Amazon, and Google going down right now.
Huh?
I noticed Amazon, Microsoft, and Google going it down. They're going down right now too.
Yeah, and that's weird with the SPY's going down, and the VIX is going down as well. That's definitely interesting.
I was talking about that the other day, saying they noticed that a couple times before, both of them going the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
But it may be, I think SPY may be setting up for a big bounce somewhere.
Yeah, or aggressive push down. Either one of them. This may be an after lunch move. Definitely be an after lunch move.
Yeah.
Like I say, the thing about it, remember, you just gotta be patient. Let the play come to you. Don't force the play. Because right now, if you get into a play right now, you're just basically guessing. Right? You're doing a whole lot of guessing because the market is not really telling us anything right now.
Guessing and giving up your money.
Exactly. Yeah. Giving up your money. Guessing.
Hey, Billy, that's why I'm asking Chris questions today.
Yeah.
guessing, giving up that money. This is really about. It's really about being patient. And like I stated, when it comes time for, and remember, the money is made during the trend. Right? The bulk of the money is made during the upward trends and downward trends, right? Mm-hmm. During consolidation, the only way not the only way, but the main way you make a lot of money is by having to go heavier in your trades, putting more contracts, buying more contracts, right? So don't force the plays.
Okay. I say, Chris, don't go chasing waterfalls.
Hey, stick to the rivers and the lakes like you used to. Don't go chasing those waterfalls. Do not chase those waterfalls. And that little small little push down. So we just hit a 4-hour pivot. Okay, we hit a 4-hour pivot just now on SPX. It's the 4-hour pivot. My play's at the 8-hour pivot. All right, it's coming on back down to us. Struggling. Definitely struggling. Let's see where we are right now. The mark price is currently at 3.60. My entry is $3. So yeah, we gotta. right, see if Apple breaking down. Apple had a nice push down. Okay, Apple had a nice push down.